have been 150 or 1,000 bidders that submitted a 25-cent bid, feeling that's the last 25 cents. It can't go lower than that. But remember, look at this last bullet here at the bottom. The lowest and at the same time lone or unique bid wins the product for that amount. So it has to be the only bid that low of that amount. Now, again, the company, we're going to get into that in just a moment, but right now, everyone, I'm going to take you, if you'll allow me, into an actual auction, and we'll see how this is a lot of fun, okay? Now, notice, this is a live auction, just as it's going on, again, in Europe right now. These are real. And you're seeing, I'm just going to show you some of the product giants that are populating this incredible new global portal and fun auction environment. So bear with me a second. Let's just take a look. I said something to a gentleman today. When you see world giants like Sony, like BMW, Audi, Apple populating and participating, contributing products the way they would a new car to a game show. And by the way, in a game show, an automobile has roughly 20, 30 seconds visibility to a passive viewing audience. In this new interactive type advertising medium, well, that manufacturer's product is seen for days as it runs through the bidding cycle by an audience that is interactive, having fun. Now let's look at the kind of giants populating this portal. Here's PlayStation 3. Gucci. Let's go on down. Kettler, Gucci, Apple. Look at this. Christian Dior, Sanyo, Siemens, Toshiba. How'd you like to buy a brand new big screen TV for an absurd or ridiculous price? You may not have planned on buying it, but if you could get it for a few dollars delivered to your door, brand new, fully warranted, would that not be fun? You went in 80 cents. Maybe you went back later to see if it had been at a price low enough to where, hey, for that price, you'd buy it. Canon, more Christian Dior, Calvin Klein, Optima, Nokia, more Sanyo, Callaway, golfing products, Samsung. Folks, we could go on and on. These are Seiko. Look at this. Look at this. Sony, Gucci, Fat Boy. We could just IKEA. We could go on. And again, my intent here is to give you a glimpse at the product giants populating this environment. Now, let's look at a completed auction here. Here's a gal. Notice where my mouse is over on the right of the picture or the website. The value of that car was 18,000 euros. Remember, after September 28th, all this will be converted. Canada, the United States, all in U.S. platform. Mexico will open, all of South America. But see that value, that's 27,000 U.S. dollars approximately you'd pay for that car, brand new, fully warranted. Sold for how much? Let's catch that again. This gal got it, the gal with the bouquets, picking it up at the local dealer. But notice, again, the value, $27,000, and she bought it for $299.20 euros. And folks, understand something. That price, again, was bought or paid for a brand new automobile. Now let's go up here at the top for a moment. By the way, the first week that I got involved, I saw a brand new BMW sports car, $79,000, and the purchaser, the bidder, got it at around $18,600 if you convert the euros to U.S. dollars. But I'm going to click on at the top here, this World Shopping Mall. Now let's understand something. If you were a merchandising giant with a philosophy in merchandising, get them into your environment. It's a new environment. It's an environment where if you come in and you attend this auction, you become, I mean, unequivocally, a regular customer that frequents that environment. Why? Well, the fun at the auction, but how about this? Not to buy something you would normally buy, but in the World Shopping Mall, now think about this. We're talking about being able to plug in, if you don't see it displayed in the mall, ultimately you're going to be looking at 8 million plus products worldwide with a planned ramp up after the unveiling that will be triggered by the first 500,000 U.S. customers that will bring online, I repeat, world manufacturers, giants. You've already seen a glimpse of those on the prior auction page. Well, again, what are they doing? That auction, that fun and entertaining, very creative, very innovative atmosphere, almost a game, if you will, for the consumer. Well, what does that do? That exposes the consumer to all of these merchandising products they can buy from manufacturers and merchandisers worldwide at what we call an e-commerce price and a e-commerce profit margin. Remember this, everyone. Before we talk about the mall here for a minute, you know it's become recognized by these manufacturers and merchandisers worldwide when you sell something in an instantaneous, truly automated e-commerce transaction, you're void the brick-and-mortar overhead. When someone buys something at a store, you've got things that are built into your overhead, including, imagine this, even losses to shoplifting, insurance, cost of your facility, cost of employees to wait on the customer, goes on and on. In an e-commerce environment, you're enjoying a much more substantial profit margin, an e-commerce profit margin. So is it good? Does it impact the merchandisers and product giants worldwide? Does it impact the consumer who can go in and, let's say, they don't have time to look through the mall and all of the merchandisers populating the mall? They just say, look, I want a new Nikon camera, digital camera, been wanting it for a long time. Well, they plug in this price-seeking search engine feature, that exact model. Back comes several websites from which they choose the lowest price for that product anywhere. And that person may click on 2 or 3 websites, a real shopper now, to decide which merchandiser they're going to buy it from at the lowest price. Maybe one has the exact lowest price as another, but the shipping to get it to them from the local, in this case U.S. if it were, distribution center for that merchandiser, so that the ultimate savings are, optimized. Now think about this for a moment. Excuse me, everyone. Think about this. This is the culmination of global product giants' move to e-commerce. Why? Well, it's global. It's a single portal. It has the most exciting drawing card, or if you will, promotion in the world. 3 unique, different reverse auctions. Now just think about that. Also, I want you to notice something else here. See these shops at the top? By the way, these are independent businesses. Look down here at Infern. Now, by the way, in the World Shopping Mall, we were looking at the Euro platform. We'll be seeing all of the U.S. Type manufacturers and merchandisers when the September 28th unveiling is concluded. But here I want you to look. These are independent businesses that have their own brand new type merchandise or product line. And pursuant to Dubli's policy, those products are always not like an eBay. Although eBay, everyone, did $59 billion last year, understand something, as you'll see in a minute, Dubli gets no piece, no share of the purchase price made by the Dubli consumer directly to the merchandiser whatsoever. The Dubli revenues are generated 2 ways: participation in the auction with 80-cent prepaid Dubli credits paid by the Dubli customer, and the other is when that Dubli customer was going to buy something, they were going to buy anyway, everybody, rather than paying for gas, going to the store, the beauty and convenience and savings in e-commerce, they simply plugged in a search engine task, clicked on a few websites to decide which one they were buying it from. Well, those merchandisers owning those sites paid Dubli up to 40 cents for a genuine advertising or traffic fee for a genuine shopper. So between those up to 40-cent advertising fees paid for by the merchandising website providers, or the 80-cent paid by the consumer participate in the auction, those are the revenues, and ultimately you'll see in a moment colossal revenues being generated for Dubli, and it doesn't come out of the merchandiser or manufacturer's sale price directly to the consumer. What purity that is, folks, in merchandising. This is not, again, some form of an MLM. This is a world giant already that has a pristine and pure merchandising model that is attracting world giants. But let's look at this again. Infern, good example, although a European platform. Inspired Furniture. Well, here, independent businesses. You got to think about this. independent business owners with their own product line